Well, hello, gang. This is Dr. John Brimhall here in Arizona with the temperature a little bit warm. We have Idaho on the other line. We have Jay Taylor that is joining us tonight and talking on essential oils. Jay, are you there?
I am here. Thank you.
Well, good. Let's get going here. We had a talk about a month ago, and we had one of the doctors or practitioners talk to us at that time. Got some good basic information. Tonight, we want to go a little bit more in the what, whys, and hows. So tell me, how did you get started with essential oil?
Well, my husband and I got started with these oils just short of 5 years ago, and it was actually due to a painful management situation for me. I had been in a pretty significant car accident really about 35 years ago, and as time went on and my job, required me to be on a computer more, and I was getting more neck and head pain, I had a period of about 8 years of migraines, daily migraines, and I could not find a solution. And I think because at the time of the car accident, the physical therapy required that I be in a little bit less pain in order for them to work with my neck injury. And the solution was always pain medications that unfortunately I did not react well with. I never really got the care for my neck that I needed. So as time went on, the problem just got worse and worse to where not much would help me. And my husband was actually doing some consulting for a former FBI chief who had been having my husband help with some consultant work. And one day this man called us and said, look, I've been asked to vet this company called doTERRA. They are all that and then some. I am amazed at the work that they are doing, and I think you need to come over and get this deep blue and give it to your wife and see if it doesn't stop her neck pain and her headaches. He did. Make a long story short, that was 4.5 years ago, and my daily migraines that I had had for 8 years, I haven't had a migraine since. So I was able to use something that gave me natural relief. I was able to get off, really, even over-the-counter medications. I was able to get off of everything. And by doing that, I got my body in a position that it was receptive to the natural care that I was getting from the oils. I told my husband at that time, I said, Pancho, I don't care what jobs we have, we are going to share these oils with anybody and everybody we can find, because if they could help me with this, I know they can help others, and the rest is history. We've got over 1,500 people in our organization that we've been helping, and that's just how many we have. There's over 7 million people that are using doTERRA today.
Well, let me ask a couple of quick questions. And a lot of our listeners are chiropractors or body workers. They could
Mhm.
use this deep blue, did you call it?
Yep, so Deep Blue is a blend of about 13 different oils. You've got wintergreen, you've got osmanthus, you've got blue tansy, a combination of oils that when you rub it into the affected area. So for me, it was my neck, my shoulders. I actually had occipital neuritis that I was dealing with, and that's what was causing all the problems and a lot of muscle spasms. So it literally takes a pea size of this blend of this oil, you rub it in, and the results are almost immediate. We have had people walk up to us at expos that have knee problems, hip problems, back, shoulder, joint, and within minutes we see them get relief. And the nice part is that it even penetrates into the bone. So people who are suffering with bone issues are also getting the relief, as well as the muscles and tendons and ligaments. It's amazing stuff.
Well, when I signed up with you, I bought a big kit. Is that deep blue in my kit?
Absolutely. Now, the deep blue that came in your kit is the oil itself, not the blend. So the blend is just in a cream form, and the deep blue rub, that is. And then deep blue oil itself is a very concentrated version of that blend. So what I like to do is, if I have, sometimes I have one little spot on my finger, for example, where arthritis has acted up, and I will take that pure oil and just rub a drop of it directly into that spot. Sometimes if I wake up with maybe a kink neck, I will rub the concentrated version directly into the spot. You can also dilute it down with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, and that will make it spread easier. But yes, you do have the oil, and I believe we gifted you a deep blue rub as well. So I think you're armed and ready to go.
Well, I better find that. Susie must have it hidden somewhere. But on my next order, make sure I get one.
Absolutely.
So what I do is I order once a month to kind of keep in the different oils and things I do. And I bought this big kit, so I have like my medicine cabinet of emergency and palliative treatment here. So I use that in conjunction with the nutrition. I formulate over 200 nutritional products, which I use daily for my patients. But also, when you need heroic intervention or symptomatic relief, or to jumpstart an organ, in the injection seminars Dr. Harrison and I are teaching, you go right over an organ and you can shoot procaine or you can shoot or dextrose in there and use a quantum effect to jumpstart that organ. Well, the aromatherapy or the actual contact from the oils, it gives us the same thing, right? You could jumpstart the liver function. You could detoxify a body by doing that, by either direct application or even aroma. Is that correct, Jay?
That is absolutely correct. And because these oils are so pure, doctors are telling us that it is the oil brand that they feel most comfortable recommending to their patients. Not only is doTERRA 100% pure, and we have had, the testing company that we work with is an independent testing company, and they have told us that they are so impressed with doTERRA because we have had oils in there for their testing that have come back 98% pure, and they come back to us and they say, okay, here's your oil. The 2% is so vague, we really can't even discern where the adulteration is or anything. So we consider it good, and doTERRA will tell them, no, take it back. Unless it's 100% pure, we're not going to use it. So because of that purity, because of the way it's tested, and because of how we source our oils, we know that the bottle of peppermint that you open today will have the same purity and the same integrity as there for a bottle that you'll open 2 months from now, a year from now. And so we can feel confident that if we use them topically, aromatically, even ingesting them, that we're going to have good results. So we have doctors using them, we have hospitals using them, and we have acupressure and acupuncturists using them with needles and in lieu of needles. You can actually apply some of these oils, and I'll mention it when we go into the emotional aromatherapy, at different points that you would use acupressure in, or a needle for acupuncture, and get the same result or an enhanced result just by using the oil.
Well, many of our physicians use laser. We teach laser therapy. We actually sell lasers through the Brimhall products, part of the seminars. And I have found if I apply it, then I laser it right into the area, and you can feel like a kinesiological response immediately. It's just look powerful. Well, I know you put together a PowerPoint for us, so let's just go through them. If I have any questions, I'll jump in and ask them, and we'll just go on through.
That sounds wonderful. So thank you all for joining us. We may have met some of you at Brimhall Homecomings over the past years, but as I mentioned, we've been using these oils for just about 5 years, and they've literally changed our lives. And we are a little bit passionate about them because of the way they work. They're different, they're therapeutic grade, and we know they work. We've seen it happen just too many times. But tonight we're going to concentrate specifically on the benefits of doTERRA essential oils, as they can help your patients with emotional needs. And we know that's a very big concern for doctors everywhere. So we're going to touch on that a little bit. So whether you're new to essential oils or if you've been using them for years, the topic of emotional aromatherapy is really fascinating and applicable in everyday life. So essential oils can be useful, we know, for cleaning and for cooking and for maintaining good general health, and promoting well-being for ourselves and for our patients. But if you haven't tried using the essential oils to help manage your patients' emotions, you're really missing out on a huge benefit that they have to offer. So we're going to talk about the power that the therapeutic grade essential oils have when it comes to managing mood. And remember, that's what sets doTERRA apart. These are therapeutic grade oils. These aren't just aromatic, even though their aromatic benefits are huge. So why would you want to use them to support emotional benefits? And how can these products help you manage the emotions? When you're dealing with your patients who maybe are overwhelmed with grief or sadness, maybe they need to be energized or motivated, maybe calming, peaceful feelings. The essential oils can be benefit for helping with those situations. So that's kind of what we're going to cover tonight. So even though everyone feels emotions differently, one thing about them remains constant. Emotions are either positive or negative. And when you have positive emotions, they can uplift the mood and motivate us to act in ways that maintain that positive mood. Conversely, negative emotions can sometimes provide substantial motivation to act in ways that just improve that negative mood. So if left unchecked, those negative emotions can have far-reaching effects on overall health and perceived quality of life, and can even affect the way the body feels and functions. And I'm sure as doctors, that's what you deal with on a daily basis. So we have the answer. Essential oils have been used for centuries. The idea of aromatherapy is not a new fad or trend. In ancient civilizations like China, Greece, Rome, and India, the people recognized the power that essential oils had to influence both human emotion, and using essential oils for religious ceremonies and rituals for that very reason. So although these ancient people recognized the power of aromatherapy, the term aromatherapy wasn't officially coined until the 20th century. It took many years for scientists to realize how beneficial essential oils are for the emotions, and it wasn't really until the 1990s when substantial research helped biologists to prove what these people of ancient Greece and China already knew, that the essential oils could create responses in the body and therefore could be used to influence our emotions and mood. Each essential oil has its own unique chemical makeup. The chemical design of an essential oil determines what it's useful for. So when it comes to aromatherapy, essential oils can be used to create a specific emotional response depending on their chemical makeup. When an essential oil is inhaled, it travels through the nose and it's processed by the portion of the brain that is responsible for controlling our sense of smell. From there, aromatic pathways connect the scent to the part of our brain where memories and experiences are stored. As the aroma travels through the aromatic pathways, memories are triggered, giving us an emotional response. But everyone has different memories and life experiences, so each of us will have a different response when using essential oils for managing our emotions. No two people will have the same exact response to an oil, but if you use the correct oil, it's easy to manage the mood and emotions just using the aroma of the essential oils themselves. So new research has helped us recognize that the benefits of aroma extend far beyond just emotional regulation. In addition to influencing the limbic region of the brain, olfactory centers are also intricately linked with the hypothalamus, the area of the brain commonly nicknamed the visceral control center, because it controls physiologic functions throughout the body. The hypothalamus exerts its powerful influence by interacting directly with the pituitary gland, the master gland. And as you know, the pituitary gland secretes hormones involved in the regulation of blood pressure, hunger, thirst signals, thyroid function, sleep cycles, production of sexual hormones, and memory, among other things. Because of the direct link of the olfactory system to this area of the brain, aroma is capable of interacting directly with the hypothalamus, influencing neurochemistry throughout the body, and in turn, potentiating powerful health outcomes. Now, I'm going to share a little story with you, and I know Dr. Hannah will be very happy to let me share this story. When she was first introduced to the oils, she thought that they were fine. She thought that they would be a nice addition to helping with her patients. But when she actually saw this slide, and when she actually saw how the essential oils work and how they could actually help with the emotions and the the extra needs of her patients in that way, when she actually could see how they worked and the science of it, that's when she started integrating them into her practice more and more, to where now they are a mainstay of her practice. So that's what they can do for you. And sometimes we don't realize the power of the essential oils until we actually start working with them. So there are many sources that can be used to manage emotions. And so you might be wondering, why should you use the essential oils? So the first and the biggest reason to use the essential oils for mood management is that they're natural. They're safe substances that won't cause harmful problems or endanger our health and body. They're safe. We don't deal with the side effects with essential oils that we do with pharmaceuticals and even over-the-counter medications. Many of the substances and sources we use to manage stress or deal with our emotions can end up hurting us in other ways. I'm sure you've seen that in your practice. Using essential oils for mood management provides a safe and simple way to deal with complex emotions that are constantly changing. Second, the essential oils provide a great way to quickly alter the mood. In many cases, your patient can start to feel the calming, soothing, or uplifting effects of an essential oil from the moment that they open the bottle. Inhaling essential oils, applying them to the skin, or diffusing them in the air allows them to quickly alter their mood, because the oil will generate that emotional response within the brain from the very first sniff. We absolutely love sharing peppermint when we're with someone who's new to essential oils. We put a drop in their hand, we ask them to rub their palms together and inhale, and the smile that they get on their face, just the immediate uplifting response, and they'll tell you that, oh my gosh, my nasal passages just opened up, I can breathe, and wow, that just makes me feel so good. And it always puts a smile on our face too, to see their reaction. Lastly, essential oils are convenient and they're cost effective. That is so key, because they can manage their mood any time of day, in any location. There are other healthy ways to manage emotions. You know, they can speak with their friends or a counselor, do physical activities like yoga, take a vacation, but these options aren't always practical right in the moment. So when you want to alter the mood, having something as simple as an essential oil that you can pull out and use is paramount. When it comes to aromatherapy, essential oils can basically be categorized into one of two categories: uplifting and calming. And this is showing the three ways that you can actually use those oils, as we talked about: aromatically, just smelling the oil; topically, applying on your skin; and ingesting. About 80% of doTERRA oils are safe to ingest. Calming essential oils mostly consist of floral oils due to their chemical makeup. The uplifting essential oils are usually in the citrus, spice, or mint family, because these plants produce oils with invigorating, uplifting, and energizing aromas. So there's a number of ways to approach aromatherapy. First, it can be approached from a chemical standpoint. Because all essential oils are made up of natural chemical compounds, you can determine which oil to use in aromatherapy by studying the actual chemical constituents and the potential effects of those chemicals on our emotions. This is rather tedious and difficult for the average essential oil user. So just considering the major constituents of essential oils, you know, there could be tens or hundreds of chemicals, tens of thousands of chemicals to understand. So an easier approach is to identify the negative emotions that you're feeling, and then apply essential oils with actions that oppose those negative emotions. So the following slides are going to examine the classes of essential oils based on the plants that they're derived from, the negative emotions that those classes oppose, and then briefly discuss the chemistry that makes those effects possible. So, you know, a lot of times people think that, oh, this is so difficult, how do you know which oils to use when? These slides will kind of show you, and there are charts available that really make it easy. So here's the first one. This is the category of essential oils we're going to talk about first, and that's herbs and grasses. The class of essential oils that are herbs and grasses include basil, cilantro, dill, fennel, lemongrass, marjoram, oregano, rosemary, and thyme. By the way, all of those are ingestible, so these can be ingested as well as used aromatically and topically. This diverse class primarily includes oils high in phenols, ketones, and alcohols, and that explains their power to promote warming, toning, kind of a grounding and energizing effect. Some essential oils in this class, such as lemongrass and rosemary, also offer benefits of soothing and renewing emotions. Because of the emotional benefits offered by essential oils derived from herbs and grasses, this class of oils may be used when addressing emotions, such as discontent, bitterness, and anger. Next, we'll talk about spice essential oils. So this category, we find the number of oils that are high in phenols or aldehydes, such as cinnamon, cassia, cumin, and clove. They impart a warming effect when used. Spices such as coriander and cardamom give a grounding and renewing effect. Other spices such as black pepper and ginger, they're high in sesquiterpenes, which can be soothing. As a class, spice essential oils, thanks to their chemistry, are appropriate to be used to ward off somber feelings or feelings of disinterest and boredom. Citrus essential oils. This is probably the class that most people are familiar with. This would be lime, lemon, grapefruit, wild orange, tangerine, bergamot, and these again are all ingestible as well. They're high in chemical compounds called monoterpenes, which have powerful uplifting associations. They're great for dealing with feelings of discouragement, gloom, and distress. So this is where I want to inject the acupressure that we spoke about. We have a portion of our ear that is right under the fold up at the top, the shen men. It is an acupressure point. It's kind of the little triangle right up at the top. And if you take bergamot and you put a drop on your finger, kind of rub the fingers together and just hold your finger lightly into that shen men area, into that top triangle. We have done this with people who were very agitated, very anxious, and we've just watched them calm down in front of us. It's almost an immediate response. It's kind of one of the most fast-acting things. And we've also recommended using bergamot for people who are getting ready to deliver a speech. Maybe they're doing a public speaking thing and they're very anxious and they're very nervous, and we ask them just to do this with the bergamot right before their speech. And we've had them come back to us thanking us because they said the results have been immediate, that it calmed them down and they were able to deliver the speech with a little bit less anxiety. So just as citrus oils are known for their uplifting effect, tree oils are known for their ability to soothe and ground the emotions. This broad class of wood oils includes melaleuca, arborvitae, eucalyptus, cypress, juniper berry, frankincense, Douglas fir, and clary sage. These have a very diverse chemistry, but the emotions they promote are best described as toning, calming, renewing, uplifting. Sandalwood, cedarwood, and myrrh are also included in the tree family. They have a high sesquiterpene content, so these oils often have profound soothing and grounding effects. Putting a little bit of myrrh right over the heart at bedtime is really good for calming and turning the mind off, if you will, so that when you wake up in the middle of the night and your mind is racing with, oh, I forgot to do this, I forgot to tell so-and-so this. If you have the myrrh over your heart, and myrrh is also very good for cardiovascular, the myrrh will kind of help calm the brain, kind of close it down so that when you wake up in the middle of the night, you can turn around and go back to sleep. I recommend using a little bit of fractionated coconut oil with it. I find it has a little bit of a drying effect on my skin, but it's very powerful and it works really, really well. These should be a #1 choice for feelings of grief, sadness, or shame. Fifth class is mints. So the most common is peppermint and spearmint. I already kind of talked about what happens when you inhale the peppermint. Spearmint is a wonderful solution for people who don't care for peppermint or find it too overwhelming. These are high in ketones, alcohols, esters. They're most often described as energizing and renewing. You get a new sense of energy. And so these are great for dealing with feelings of apathy, insecurity, and just, ordinary anxious feelings. And again, it's very, very quick the way that it works. Just inhaling it is all you need to do. Floral essential oils are known for their delicate aroma. Many floral oils are derived from only blossoms. I heard today that it takes 40,000 rose petals for us to get a 5 milliliter bottle of rose. It's probably why we don't sell rose individually, but we do sell it in a touch bottle. So it has just a little bit of fractionated coconut oil in it, so we are able to offer it for a much more reasonable price. But rose is an amazing oil and has some very, very good effects for our emotions. These oils are just the most precious. And we know that lavender, rose, and jasmine oils have such a delicate scent. Roman chamomile, geranium, helichrysum, ylang-ylang, they're equally powerful. These oils are primarily composed of alcohols and esters. The compounds promote harmonizing, calming, soothing, kind of renewing feelings. They can help soothe away fears, worries, and feelings of hurt. So let's summarize a little bit. The essential oils used in aromatherapy depend almost entirely on the desired effect. Because the essential oils are produced from plants, it's often useful to divide the oils into classes based on the type of plant that they are derived from. Most frequently, we hear essential oils placed in groups that include the mints, citrus, spices, herbs and grasses, trees, and florals. These oils from these classes tend to share similarities with others in the class. For example, many spice essential oils are described as having the warming effect. doTERRA has developed a kit that really makes it easy for the user to help them select an oil blend that incorporates these various plant types and chemistry into one that will help a particular emotional need. So this is what I was talking about when I said this really is not difficult. doTERRA provides so many tools for us that just takes the guesswork out. So for you as a doctor using them on your patients, it's a very simple process to determine which oil to use. And as you'll see when we talk about this particular kit, how easy it is for you and for your patients if they buy the kit and take it home. This is my absolute favorite part about this kit. When you get the Emotional Aromatherapy Mood Kit, you get this wonderful wheel with it. And the wheel breaks down the emotional effects of the essential oils even further. The chemical makeup and unique plant part of each essential oil gives it grounding, soothing, calming, renewing, harmonizing, all the different properties. So when you want to produce a specific feeling or emotion, you can choose the essential oil that best fits the need. One of the benefits of this is that it helps the patient use this wheel to deal with their emotional issues. It puts them in control. When we have dealt with people, I'll give you a perfect example. We were asked to speak at the National Association for Mental Illness. And as part of the presentation, we passed a wheel out to all of the guests, and we asked them to look at the wheel and look and see what they were feeling. Some were disinterested, some were bored, some were bitter, some were angry, some were sad, some were grieving. So then we passed around the 6 oils, and we asked them to try each oil, to smell it, put it on if they wanted, and we watched them. And as we passed them around, you could see them smell a bottle, pass it on. Take another one, smell it. When they found the oil that resonated with the emotion that they were feeling, they immediately started putting it on. And if you are dealing with this and somebody asks you, well, where do I put it? I always just tell them, you decide, you'll know. And we watch them put it over their heart, put it on the back of their neck, put it on their wrist. they know exactly what to do with it. But it puts the control in their hands so they can determine which oil they need every day. And as we said, emotions are ever changing. So rather than just say, here, use this oil, this is what's going to make a difference for you, we're letting them decide. We're letting them look and see. And the blends in this emotional aromatherapy wheel take all of those chemical components that we talked about in the other slides, and it makes it easy for them to determine which oil is best going to help them. So because essential oils provide such a powerful way to influence the emotions, that's why doTERRA created this kit. And it has oil blends that are designed to target specific emotions. Each essential oil blend in this system uses specific plant extracts and chemical components to help promote feelings of motivation, happiness, peace, and the names of them say it all. So we have motivate, cheer, peace, forgive, console, passion. And we're going to look at each one of them briefly, and there's going to be some further information you can get at the end of this webinar. So motivate, this is the encouraging blend. I love the names of these oils because they pretty much tell you what they're going to do, right? Shows you the key ingredients. We have peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, melissa. Melissa, by the way, is one of the absolute best oils for emotional issues. It's amazing. For feelings of being cynical, doubtful, frustrated, motivate, is a fresh, kind of invigorating blend. So it helps to dispel those negative feelings and provide motivation when needed. Cheer. This is an amazing oil. It's great for dealing with heavy emotions. It's called the uplifting blend. It promotes positivity and optimism. We watched a young child come up to one of our booths once, and she was kind of a teenager, young teenager, kind of sad. Just mother said that she just never showed that she was happy. She was just kind of in that typical kind of, funk that they get in. And I kept introducing different oils for her to smell, and she would smell them. She'd hand them back to me. When I handed her Cheer, she immediately got a smile on her face. And I said, do you like that one? She said, yes, this is the one. I really like this one. So it really does give a very uplifting feeling just with one whiff. Passion. So Passion is the inspiring blend. It's got a very warm and rejuvenating property to it, and it's great for reigniting enthusiasm and kind of maybe somebody's dealing with feelings of boredom or disinterest. This will get their passion ignited. It will get them their motivation for moving on through the day. So it's a beautiful, beautiful smelling oil, very sweet. So this is why there's 6 different oils. Some people like the sweeter smells, some people like the earthy ones, and there's something for everybody with this kit. Forgive. This is a favorite of a lot of people. You can see it has the bergamot in it, the myrrh. It's called the Renewing Blend, and it can help balance the emotions. That's simple. It provides renewal and relief for feelings of guilt, betrayal, negativity, anger. This is a beautiful oil. Console, that's the comforting blend. So this uses floral and tree essential oils to help renew hope, dispel heavy feelings of sadness. We've seen this blend to be especially helpful for those experiencing a loss and dealing with grief. It's very helpful when put in a diffuser to keep those aromatic compounds working day and night. We actually introduced this kit to an owner of a mortuary, and he's using them in a diffuser in his office during his consultations. And then he also has a diffuser going in the chapel to use during a service to help people get through the service. It's been very helpful, especially in the consultations. Peace Reassuring Blend. This one is designed to counteract negative feelings of fear, anxiousness, distress, discontent, worry. It's really good to apply on the wrist before bedtime So a lot of these oils are really great to put a little bit, like I said, on the wrist before bed, and then to add to a diffuser at night so that you're getting kind of the extra benefits of that aromatic in the air while you're sleeping. So some people have very sensitive skin, and use of the essential oils might be too harsh for them in the pure sense. So doTERRA developed the Emotional Aromatherapy Touch Collection. When you have the oils in the Touch Collection, as they call them, they're just a little bit of fractionated coconut oil is added to the blend so that they are safer for people with sensitive skin, and they're also great for children. So you can feel comfortable when you're applying them on children and not have to worry about their little sensitive skins. Since we're talking about kids, back in September of last year, doTERRA introduced the doTERRA Kids Kit. It's hard to look at this kit without getting very, very excited. This is an amazing, amazing kit that they have developed. It's formulated with children in mind, their fragrance preferences, their emotional needs, common health complaints. They have little color-coded labels and roll-on tops that make the application easy, so they're in little roller bottles. Children can learn to safely apply these essential oil blends to their tummy, to their hands, their head, their heart. And as children grow up using these oils, they can learn to identify for themselves their feelings and learn how to solve little everyday complaints, just by using these oils. There's 6 pre-diluted 10 milliliter roll-on blends that are designed to support the heart, body, and mind. Our grandchildren each have their own little kit. They're 6 and 11. And they've grown up with these oils and they love them. 7 and 11, I'm going to get in trouble for that. When this kit was introduced, they each got their own kit and they go to it first thing every morning and they pick the particular roller ball blend that they feel they're going to need for the day. If they have a test, if they're not feeling well, emotionally or physically, or to give them, a little bit of boost to get through the school day or the play day, right? So the first one we'll talk about is Calmer. Just like it sounds, it's the restful blend. So this will help your child relax and promote sleep. It creates restful feelings throughout the mind and body, has lavender, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, Buddha wood, and again, they all have the fractionated coconut oil added. Lavender and Roman chamomile will soothe anxious feelings that can interfere with falling asleep. Buddha wood has a high concentration of sesquiterpenes that can be grounding, calming, and supportive of bedtime routines, especially when experienced aromatically. Ylang ylang blossoms promote relaxation. Calmer is another blend that would be very good for children with perhaps ADHD, ADD, to help calm them during the day. Just a little bit goes a long way, and when they're having episodic periods of anxiety or kind of being out of control, Calmer is going to help bring them back down. Thinker is the focus blend. So in the children's kit, it's called Thinker. The focus blend and the main kit that we use as adults is the In Tune. So there's something for everybody, right? Mom and dad can use In Tune and the children can use Thinker. This helps prevent mental distraction and reduce feelings of mental stress and fatigue. Has a very kid-pleasing scent, and it's got vetiver, peppermint, rosemary, and clementine essential oils with the fractionated coconut oil, of course. Vetiver root is kind of a rich, woody oil that calms the mind, brings focus, encourages alertness. Peppermint and clementine are energizing and encouraging a positive outlook. So you have the uplifting and you have the citrus blend with the clementine. And research suggests that inhaling rosemary essential oil can help people recall previously learned material, so it's a great companion for test days. This is the one that our little grandchildren grab when they know they're going to have a test at school. Brave is the courage blend. So this helps manage stress and feelings of anxiousness, counteract negative emotions of doubt, pessimism, cynicism. It combines wild orange, osmanthus flower, cinnamon bark, and amyris wood. So wild orange we know is an uplifting and energizing oil with a very sweet citrus aroma. It's one of our citrus blends, right? Citrus oils. Amyris wood, it's traditionally used to promote calm feelings and manage stress. Osmanthus flower is similar to rose chemically. So native to Asia, it's emotionally supportive when experiencing overwhelmed or stressful feelings. Cinnamon bark is energizing and it provides warming and soothing benefits to the skin. Because we have the fractionated coconut oil in this roller ball, it's safe to put on topically because cinnamon is one of the hot oils. So you definitely want to make sure it has that coconut oil, and this blend already does. It's energizing and invigorating, so it will really help the kids with feelings of confidence and courage and a belief in themselves. Stronger. This is the protective blend. So On Guard is the one that we use as adults. On Guard is the antibacterial, antiviral blend. Stronger is the kiddies version, the safe version for kiddies that's already pre-diluted for them, and it has amazing oils in it: frankincense, cedarwood, rose, and litsi essential oils. Those are all powerful oils in themselves, so when combined, they're magic. Litsi is sometimes called tropical verbena. It has a similar fragrance, and it has a pleasant, fresh, lemony aroma. It's high concentration of geraniol and nerol, which gives it a calming and soothing benefit. Frankincense, king of the oils, warm, spicy aroma. It promotes peaceful feelings. It's very soothing and rejuvenating to the skin. Cedarwood has been used historically for its calming and relaxing aroma. Its emerging scientific evidence is providing support for this use. I have recently started putting cedarwood in my diffuser at bedtime, and I've noticed a massive difference with my sleep. I have a real problem with sleep. It's not something that comes easy for me, so I really rely on the essential oils. And by adding the cedarwood in my diffuser, along with some of the other oils, I really noticed that my sleep has been a little bit deeper and much better. Osmanthus flower essential oils is similar to rose chemically. So it has a high concentration of iones, making it ideal for emotional support when you're feeling overwhelmed. Rescuer. It's the soothing blend, and it will reduce feelings of tension in the neck and shoulders. It's comprised of essential oils of lavender, spearmint, copaiba, and tomar seed with fractionated coconut oil, of course. Lavender has been used to soothe head and neck tension and instills a sense of relaxation. Spearmint is topically cooling to the skin and has a high menthol content, so it's mentally refreshing. Tomar seed essential oil is harvested from the fruit of a tree native to Nepal. It's used to encourage relaxation at the end of the day. Copaiba helps calm anxious feelings when inhaled. And I think we touched on copaiba on our other webinar. Copaiba is doTERRA's version of CBD. It works on it works in the cannabinoid family, similar to CBD. We've seen excellent results for pain management, neurological issues. Because of the way that it is sourced, it's sourced from 4 different trees in Brazil. They have been able to track its ability to travel through the pathways more effectively than CBD. It's 60% more effective than CBD because of the way that it's sourced and processed for us. And again, like I said, they've actually been able to trace it, the pathways, and the results that we have seen has been amazing. So I love that Rescuer has copaiba in there for our children. I think this is the last one of the kids kit, and it's steady. This is the grounding blend. So this would be equivalent to balance if you are using them in the kids, in the adult kit, if you will. This helps balance mood and kind of soothe upset feelings when emotions seem close to the surface. It will help a child feel more calm and balanced. It has amyris wood, balsam fir, coriander, magnolia. So Amyris wood is also known as West Indian sandalwood. It's traditionally used in meditation practices to promote calm feelings and manage stress. It is known for a gentle woody aroma. Balsam fir has a Christmas tree aroma, so it's very relaxing during times of busyness or upheaval. Coriander seed is an herbal oil used in massage for the special soothing effects. And magnolia, another one that is lovely at bedtime, has a high linalool content. Research suggests that inhaled magnolia essential oil, due to that high linalool content, may help prevent or promote, feelings of calmness and relaxation. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the linalool content is higher in magnolia than it is in lavender. It is a beautiful smelling oil. So when I think about using essential oils for emotional aromatherapy, there's two basic models of use, daily and episodic. Daily refers to consistent routine for using the oils and remains semi-constant from day to day. However, negative emotions often surface when we least expect it, and so that's when you need to address episodically. Here's some little tips on morning, midday, and evening, how you can use them. Remember, everyone prefers different oils, so daily use should be with your favorite oil or blend. So these are just some recommendations specifically from the Emotional Aromatherapy Mood Kit. So let's kind of have a little recap and summarize. Negative emotions are detrimental. Essential oils can promote positive emotions. And doTERRA oils can provide excellent emotional relief by identifying those negative emotions and then identifying the oil matched chemically to address the specific emotion. These are some links that you can use. You might find them useful. doTERRA has some amazing tools available to us. One of them is they have just a regular blog, but here is a link on the from their science blog that will talk about the emotional aromatherapy, psychology meets chemistry. And then there's some information on the kids' use for emotions, and then the specific emotional aromatherapy mood kit broken down so you can get a little bit more information about each of those oils. So questions, you can call me at this number, you can email me at any time. We've been working with a number of Brimhall doctors for over 4 years. We've been helping enhance their patients' treatments while growing their business with doTERRA. There is a wonderful opportunity for a profit center with these oils. We're always available for patient consultations or to answer any of your questions. We'd really love to help you incorporate these precious oils into your practice. I know it may seem overwhelming, but we promise you that once you start using them and you see the positive results, you will grow to love them as we do, and you'll see how easy they are to incorporate into your practice. If you do not have a doTERRA wholesale account yet and you choose to make the decision to join with us and join Dr. Brimhall's doTERRA organization during the month of July, we are going to gift you a resource that we use quite often, and it is the Emotions and Essential Oils Reference Guide. So this book will actually bridge the gap as a user-friendly guide by helping you take charge of the emotional health by using a guide to describe the emotional properties of common oils and blends, and then a reference chart that will show a comprehensive index to help choose the oil and blends for a wide variety of emotional states. That's my presentation, and I thank you so much for joining this evening, and I hope to hear from you soon with questions or to help you get started. Dr. John, did you have any questions for me?
I just have a couple of comments. I know why she doesn't sleep, because she doesn't go to sleep. I have never emailed her or called her where she doesn't answer the phone and get right back to me. I'm testing her out because I emailed her twice during the presentation. So she's amazing. And Pancho, he's like me. He just does what his wife tells him. But these are a pair of folks that really loves what they do. And they've got me addicted to these. You guys need to really try them out. I recommend too, if you can, to get the big kit like I did. So no matter what happens, you have it there and you can go get it. I do not like most things that you rub on the body. I don't like the smells of them, but like they're talking about the blue, it's herbs and it's blood of the plant. That's really what essential oils are. They're the plant blood, and they literally change the body very rapidly without any toxic effects. The only thing I will caution you of is if you're using quite a few of the essential oils, you need to make sure they're compatible with your companion in the house. Once in a while, one will stir somebody up that they don't need. But by inhaling it or being careful around the house, I find them extremely beneficial, and they complement everything we do. And as you know, the 6 steps to wellness includes emotions. And this has given us a new way of treating emotions where anybody can do just follow the chart and muscle test them and breathe in and see what makes them strong. Or like we teach and even identifying the right tuning fork for you to use, the right colored glasses for you to use. People know, they say, well, just look and see which one jumps out at you. The little kids never get it wrong, even autistic children. They'll go right to the essential oil, just like they will a color or tuning fork that balances them out. Give this a try, gang. You're going to like it. It's going to be a great addition to what we already do. Homecoming this year is January 16th, the Thursday night where we treat people. And I'm sure that Jam Poncho will be there this year like they have been before. And they're an incredible knowledge base right there for you. You have a great spot where you can get to them easily, ask questions, try things out. And so the 16th is the third night, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 17, 18, and 19. Dr. Harris has he's going to do a 3-hour workshop. He's going to do 2 complete presentations, 1 hour and a half, 1 an hour, that is going to absolutely, I would say, tear your world apart. If you're sedative, it's going to wake you up of the things that we have put together. As you know, Dr. Harris reads in 3 languages. He has a photographic memory, remembers everything he read since he was 3 years old. And he was dissecting physics journals and chemistry journals when he was 3. So he is, if for nothing else, you came and heard him, it would be wonderful. I mean, you sneak off and listen to Jay and Poncho on the side, you've really been rewarded. But Dr. Brett's going to cover emotions in a great deal. We'll tie the essential oils into that. We're going to be covering technique, adjuster, percussor, laser, craniosacral, and how ties the emotions and the essential oils tie into that as well. So you're going to see us implement more and more of these things this year. There's 9 of us speaking, including Michael Johnson, a DC who has a complete integrated office. He actually has a service where he answers people's questions every month. And Dr. Harris is also answering questions specifically. We'll have a subscription base. Since he was 10 years old, he's practiced medicine with his instructor. If you don't know, he actually graduated from medical school before his 12th birthday, along with 3 PhDs, 1 in quantum physics. So we have a year in store for you. And the essential oils are one more piece to the puzzle that helps us to go to a different level. So we really look forward to seeing you at Homecoming and to the other webinars. We'll be doing 1 to 2 webinars a month from now until January. We'll see if we can get Jim Poncho back on here one more time to answer any of your questions as you implement these things. Again, thank you, Edlers, and thank you guys for joining us. Talk to you soon. We'll be emailing this out to you in the next week, no later than the puzzle piece on Monday, but maybe even earlier than that. So watch your email for this whole presentation. Good day and God bless.